Several years back, we made our very first top 10 video, where we counted down the 10 best official Mario Plushes. Now, a lot of time has passed since that video, and our collection has grown so massively since then that we felt that now is the perfect time to remake that list.
That's right. When we first made our original top 10, our plush collection had only amassed to around 120 plushes. Now we have almost 400. There are so many new and unique plushes that we didn't own when we made our first countdown, so this is a perfect time to remake that list.
Now let's set the ground rules for this countdown. We will not be featuring any bootleg plushes. This will only contain officially licensed plushes. Second, we will be basing our picks on the looks and quality of each plush, and not base them off of nostalgia or personal preference. And lastly, these are our opinions and nobody else's.
We welcome any disagreement, and we would love to hear your picks in the comments down below. So let's quickly go over the 3 honorable mentions before we begin the regular list. First up is the new Super Mario Bros. Wii Toad plush. Since Toad is a relatively simple character, his plushes aren't the most complicated out there. But we feel that the new Super Mario Bros. Wii version does the best job in getting his proportions right. Later plushes like the All-Star version failed getting some of his qualities just right, like his trademark mushroom hat. There are many more detailed Mario plushes out there, which is why this guy is an only honorable mention. But he does everything right, and is ultimately our favorite Toad plush.
The next honorable mention is the Sneh Fuzzy. Like with Toad, the design of this plush is on the simpler side, but that is exactly why he is an honorable mention. The Fuzzy character is essentially a living ball of ink. The fact that Sneh was so easily able to translate that complicated character design into such a simple plush is impressive. Fuzzy has a lot of nooks and crannies that Sneh could have simply ignored, but they choose to include them, and make this a very nice plush to own, and one that deserves the attention and praise that it gets. And the last honorable mention is the All-Star Poochie plush. The overarching theme with these honorable mentions is their simplicity and perfect execution, and the same applies to Poochie. His character design is very simple, but that also means that Sneh was able to perfectly translate his likeness into this adorable little plush. They did not cut any corners here. Every aspect of Poochie is here and done perfectly. A lot of the time, a very complicated plush doesn't necessarily mean a good plush, and these honorable mentions prove that the simpler plushes can be just as great as the complicated guys. The first plush in our countdown is the Banpresto Balloon Boo from their new Super Mario Bros. Set. Yes, this is a very simple plush, but the fact that this even exists at all is amazing to us. The Balloon Boo character only appeared in the World 4 Ghost House in New Super Mario Bros. That's it. This guy never appeared in another level of the game or in any other game at all, making this one of the most obscure and rare Mario characters in existence, which makes this plush one of the coolest and most unique out there. This plush is able to closely emulate the facial structure of the character when he's exhaling, which is a very nice touch, as they could have simply just given him a neutral face, which would have been way easier to manufacture. Our only gripe with this plush is his size. He's about the same size as any other standard Boo plush, and if you've seen this guy in the game, you know that he is a massive character, so we feel that they could have made him a little bigger. But all in all, this Balloon Boo makes the list because of his excellent quality and sheer obscurity. Think about it, this guy only appeared in one level of one game, and has never been seen since. That is just mind-boggling to us. But let's move on.
This next plush is a very popular one with the base, and that is the Old Sneh Jr. This plush has been used by several popular plush entertainers, but that is not why he is on the list. The Sneh Jr. is on the list because he is a perfect representation of Bowser Jr.'s character. All of his trademark features are here, and done in perfection. His shell, trademark bib, and wristbands are crafted with the uttermost care and attention to detail. Now some of you may be asking, why we don't have an All-Star Jr. on this list? Well, yes, this is a great plush. He does not have the best proportions, and is almost as tall as Bowser himself, which is not accurate in the slightest. This older Junior looks perfect with the old Bowser. They are not the same size and are proportioned accurately, and both plushes are just an overall perfect representation with what these characters look like during the DS and Wii era. We believe the old Snake Jr. does a better job with representing the Bowser Jr. character than the All-Star version. Next up on the countdown is the Scare Luigi from the Cine Luigi's Mansion 2 plush set. We believe this is our best Luigi plush, and the reason is very simple. This is one detailed plush, and it also does something that no other Cine Mario plush has done. Give the plush an emotional expression. No other plush that we can think of shows any sort of emotion whatsoever, which makes this plush a very unique plush. And speaking of the emotion, they also beautifully embroidered the teeth on this guy, further expanding his quality and detail. His arms are also sewed on to his chin, which is also another very unique feature of this plush. But the main attraction of this plush is obviously the Poltergeist 5000. The Poltergeist is one of the most detailed aspects of any Cine Mario. They used several different materials on this vacuum, and they did a phenomenal job. The shiny bulb, the embroidered buttons, the tube of the vacuum are all uniquely sculpted in a way that really makes this plush shine. The Luigi itself is fantastic, but the Poltergeist really enhances the overall composition. Number 7 is the AllStar Dry Bones. This is one of the highest quality plushes in the entire All-Star set. Sine perfected the bony appearance of this plush. All of the little cracks and crevices are sewn so well that it genuinely looks like a bone. We particularly love the tight stitching of the stomach. You can see when turning sideways how wavy it is, which is truly a testament to how good Sine is with making their plushes. The shell is another masterfully crafted part of the plush. The cracks in the shell are even all represented with fine embroidery. Even smaller areas such as the tail are treated with the same high level of care. All of his limbs and neck are sewn and stuffed in a way that really makes him look undead. It's kind of hard to put it into words, but his arms and head are very limp, if that makes any sense. They made this plush look so good and didn't cut any corners whatsoever. This is seriously one of the most highest quality plushes of the entire set. You are truly missing out if you don't own this Dry Bones yourself. The Allstar Rosalina takes the number 6 spot on our list for being the best representation of the Rosalina character. All of her trademark features are present and done extraordinarily well. Her hair, eyes, jewelry, and stilettos are all crafted with care and the utmost attention to detail. All of the Snape princesses are excellent, but we feel the best princess plush is Rosalina. Peach and Jay-Z have some of their minor inconsistencies, while this Rosalina does not. There are no compromises. Rosalina in here is her entirety. Sine even went the extra mile and created a second eye under her trademark bang. They didn't have to do this. They could have simply sewed the bang completely down, but they chose to include this extra eye, and we have commended them for doing that. Overall, we believe the All-Star Rosalina is the best standard Mario Princess plush because of its high quality and impeccable attention to details.
We're at the halfway point on the countdown, and number 5 is a very big one. Literally, as our pick is the All-Star Large Yoshi plush. Since this plush is so big, Sine had a lot more room to work with and ensure everything was perfect. A lot of the smaller Yoshis have some issues when it comes to proportions of some of their features, and this one completely solves those problems. The arms, saddle, and spikes are all the perfect size and are appropriately spaced apart. The medium All-Star Yoshi is very good too, but we simply prefer the larger one since we feel that the larger size gives all of the features a lot more room to breathe. It looks more natural, per se. We feel the bigger size really helps out in achieving that perfect Yoshi look. This is a must-buy for all Yoshi fans out there. Number 4 on the list is the second most expensive plush purchase we have ever made on a single plush, and it was totally worth it. The large Super Nintendo World Bowser plush cost us $105. and it was worth every penny. The build quality of this plush is absolutely incredible. Since this can only be found at the Super Nintendo World theme park, Universal didn't have to cut any corners to cut costs. And I'm not saying Sine does that, but you have to keep in mind that Sine plushes are mass produced. They obviously cannot use the most expensive materials out there, or else each plush would be overly expensive. Since these Nintendo World plushes are being produced on a smaller scale, they can be sold for a lot more, and are thus built with a higher quality material as a result. When it comes to all the fine details such as the embroidery, Universal did just as good of a job as Sine does. All of the stitching is absolutely incredible, and every single part of this plush is insanely high quality. It's really hard to explain in a single YouTube video. Essentially, this Bowser plush feels like an $100 Bowser plush. His build quality is just that good, and it is also very unique given that this Bowser is in a sitting position, which Sine has never done with any of their Bowsers. Another difference is the hair. The Super Nintendo World Bowser's hair has a more reddish tint to it, while Sine's uses a very basic orange for his hair. Overall, this plush is on the list because of its superb build quality and uniqueness compared to other Bowser plushes. It is truly one of the best Mario plushes on the market.
The best Sine princess is the Sine Wedding Peach plush. We have loved this plush since the moment we took it out of the package. Similarly to the Nintendo World Bowser we just mentioned, the build quality of this plush is out of this world. The dress and veil are made with this velvet-like material that feels exactly like how a wedding dress should feel. This Wedding Peach is also the biggest official princess plush from Sine. As we saw with the Yoshi, the bigger size of this Peach really allows her features enough room to breathe. Her face is absolutely flawless. This is the most accurate representation of Peach's face we have seen on a Mario plush. The smaller Peach plush's face can look a bit squished at times, so the bigger the size on the wedding version really allows her qualities to shine. This plush even comes in a special cardboard box, and rightfully so. Wedding Peach has the highest build quality of any other Mario plush. The dress, the facial embroidery, the fabrics, everything on here is perfect. It is the ultimate Princess Peach plush, and we recommend it to all Mario fans out there.
The number 2 on this list may not come as a surprise to longtime viewers. The Sine Bee Mario takes the second place spot on our countdown. The Bee Mushroom is one of the most unique and obscure Mario power-ups out there. It's only been in 2 games, and never gets any recognition these days from Nintendo. Seeing how strict Nintendo has been, we're surprised that this plush even exists at all, but we're so thankful that it does. And in my opinion, I think this is one of the most unique Mario plushes ever, not only in terms of design, but also with its build quality. It uses materials that we have not ever been seen again on any subsequent Mario plush. The hat is made with a leather-like material, and the wings use a very thin, tooly material. The Super Mario Galaxy set was only Sine's 3rd Mario set, and their 3rd attempt at making Mario, and they greatly improved at all of Mario's facial features. The face and the mustache on this Bee Mario look exactly like the All-Star Mario, which is very impressive considering how derpy their previous Mario Party 5 Mario looked. The improvement showed with this set is simply incredible. Not only is this Bee Mario the crown jewel of our Mario plush collection, but it also takes the number 2 spot on our list because of its sheer uniqueness, phenomenal build quality, and design, and the fact that it comes from the greatest game ever made, Super Mario Galaxy.
And now, the number 1 best Super Mario plush toy is...
Oh, big shocker! The AllStar Dry Bowser is number 1 on this list. This guy has been at the number 1 position for several of our top 10 videos, so I'm not going to go into all the details again, because I'll sound like a broken record. Suffice to say, this is one good plush. A very good plush. The best plush in the world. He is the most detailed and excellent looking Mario plush you can get on the market. So if you don't have this plush already, please buy one. Or 2, or 3, or 4. No Mario plush will ever be able to top the Sine All-Star Dry Bowser. Of course, unless they make a gold Dry Bowser. And that's our list for the top 10 Mario plushes. Let us know down below if you agree with any of our picks, or which plushes you would add.
If you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to subscribe and leave a like for more Mario Plush content just like this. Also be sure to check out our previous top 10 lists in the end card.
If you enjoy this list, make sure to go follow us on all of our social medias, including Twitter, Instagram, and everything else in the description down below. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.